Hello, hello, and welcome. Welcome if you're on the replay. Thanks for joining me if you couldn't make it live or if you're watching again. Hey, Melissa. Chief Fancy Anne. Hey, Anne. I'm guessing that's an Anne. Meredith, hi, welcome. Thanks for coming along today. It's my 2 o'clock regular. Hey, Melissa. Kimberly, good to see you. Thanks for coming on. Nice and early where you are. Good, yes, good Sunday morning to you. It's Sunday. Woohoo! Morning, Meredith. Yeah, bright and breezy for you guys. Oh, thanks for inviting followers. Yeah, I'd love it if you do. Always welcome hearts and followers. Hey, John, thanks for coming on. Good to see you. Thanks, Meredith, for sharing. We're doing 30 days of self-directed kindness throughout June. We're on day 5. Hey, Jess. That's Jess, I guess. Vanessa, good to see you. Great to have you all coming on board today. Thanks for those shares. I really appreciate the shares. I'll come thank you on Twitter if you're sharing on Twitter. And those hearts. Kimberly, I love those purple hearts today. I always think of purple hearts as a sign of a hero. It's that American purple heart thing. Hey, George, great dad. Nice, I love that. It's going to be perfect for you today, actually. There's something on there for you today for our today's moment of kindness. Joanne, it's good to see you. Lots of new names coming on. It's nice to meet you. Angela, good to see you. Wow, lots of new guys. Robert, that's good to see you too. Thanks for coming on. So my name is Joel Young. I'm the creator of a non-personal awareness, MPA, which stands for non-personal awareness. And I developed the MPA process, a very simple way to stop taking things personally, which I believe is one of the kindest things you can do for yourself. We are doing 30 days of self-directed kindness. Share button not working this morning. Oh, well, thanks so much for trying, sweetheart. I really appreciate that, and thanks for being here. So 30 Days of Kindness comes from my book 100 Days of Self-Directed Kindness. Hey Indra, I think I see you pop up there in your favourite colour. Yes, you're in your favourite colour. Perfect. Thanks for inviting. Pretty in pink, Vanessa. That's great. Yeah, so my book 100 Days of Kindness. I've picked 30 of those to do throughout June, and I often say that kindness is promoted as something that you do to other people, and I'm a big fan of that. In fact, being kind to other people in a way is kind to you. But I am encouraging you all to include yourself in the direction of kindness and offering daily ways for you to have a little practice to do something which is kind for you. So I'm really grateful that you're all here. Thanks for the shares and the hearts. Really appreciate those. So let me turn it around and say hi so you can see me. Oh, the light's bright today. It's sunshine. We have sun. Sun in the UK, a rare thing. So yes, I'm going to give you a link in a little while because I've been asked to share the 100 Days book, so I'm offering that for free. It's hot down there in Devon, is it, Vanessa? Great. Oh, yes, it's new moon. Indra, put something up because I'm going to invite people to follow you. Indra works with the moon. She makes amazing elixirs. She's one of my favourite. She's my favourite scoper, really. And she's on at 2:30 daily, and she's going to be talking about new moon. It's new moon today. There you go, with all the pinkish, purpley hearts there. She'll be talking about the new moon, so if you're interested in moonness, then go check out her scope, which is fabulous at 2:30 today. Just after me, in fact. I'll probably go till 5:30 today. So, yeah, so it's day 5. So you can catch the replays for other ones, but let's have a look at what day 5 is. Now, Indra, you are going to laugh because Indra spoke to me earlier and she said she downloaded the book and she said, oh, I like number 7, which is day 5 in the in the 30 days. Let's have a look what it is. So today, well, the screen's a bit reflection-y, isn't it? But let's see if you can read it. So just for a moment, imagine what it might feel like to forgive your mother and or your father for everything. So this is huge, actually. This is something that I've done years and years of forgiveness work. I've worked with something called The Journey. I've taught The Journey all over the world. It's Brandon Bay's work. And it takes a lot sometimes to get to forgiveness. But don't underestimate the power of your ability to imagine, to step into a space, because it opens doors. It makes a crack in the dam and can begin the process. Or, on occasion, can completely do the job. Yes, exactly, Indra. Yeah, so you spoke to me and I said, oh, I really like that one. And here it is today. You're bang on course. And then yesterday, I think you were on course as well with your scope. It was early. So here we go. There's a couple of things I want to say about this. Let me turn it around so I can talk to you direct. Okay, so it's an invitation to just step into a moment, just to imagine, to play with the idea. And probably the easiest way is to pick one. I've actually combined two from the 100 Days book. One is Forgive Your Mother, one is Forgive Your Father, or imagine what it might feel like. Again, it's not saying to forgive them, because we're going softly here. That might be a big deal, but to imagine what it might feel like. So it's an invitation to imagination. So imagine what it might feel like. So pick one. I'm going to go with Mother, because here's the thing. I'm there. We'll add that energy into the mix. Perfect. Hey, DJ, good to see you. So mothers and fathers, parents, there's normally at least something that we feel, I wish they wouldn't. Can't believe I have to move from outside Wi-Fi loss. Oh, my goodness. So what an amazing thing. So in the work that I've done on myself, I've been loads of trawling through my history and, really looking at sort of having it out with my parents in different ways. And I've literally got to the place where I've sat down with individually, because they're not together, with both my mother and my father, my mum and my dad, and literally looked them in the eye and said this to them. I said, I absolutely forgive you for everything. And actually both of them burst into tears, because they knew what I was, they knew what that meant from my interesting childhood. And but it was genuine. It really came from a very deep place. So this invitation to just imagine for a moment what it might feel like to forgive your mother or your father for everything is a powerful thing. Now, you can do it here in the moment, or I would suggest you, after the scope and after you've watched Indra's scope, you take a moment to sit down and really just let your imagination play. What would it be like? What would come out of that? What kind of things would you feel? What kind of things would you be saying to them? How would it affect you and how you talk to yourself if you could completely and utterly forgive them for everything? So your heart swells and your eyes swell. Yeah, beautiful. It's very moving. So it's heavy stuff. I do this a lot. Yeah, this is quite a big one today. Well, it's a Sunday, so, it's about... it's a big day. Oh, my goodness. Power mode. Right, hang on a tick. Got to plug myself in here. Let's see if I can get you with a bit better light. Yeah, so a couple of things. It's arguable that this is an outward directed act of kindness, because often we think... especially Dad being dead, I still do, I know, and it's coming up his anniversary too, isn't it, Indra? So big one for you today. Hey Anna, thanks for coming on. Thanks for all the hearts, guys, as well. And if you've come on, before I go into the whole forgiveness thing, if you've come on recently, just so you know, I'm Joel Young. I've created a simple process called MPA, which is a simple way to stop taking things personally. You can find me at nonpersonalawareness.com. I'll show you the link in a minute. And I believe that not taking things personally is probably one of the kindest things you can do for yourself. So we're doing day 5. This is just for the churchy there. So just imagine for a moment that what it might feel like to forgive your mother or your father for everything. Okay, so let's talk a bit about forgiveness and how forgiveness... Hang on, I looked my mother through a forgiveness process the day she passed. I missed the end of that, but that's powerful, yeah. I mean, I'm blessed at the moment. My parents are both still alive, so I've not been through the parental grief thing. I'm sure it'll be what it will be. But I totally understand the power of that. I know there's a few of you guys here. We forgave each other. Such a blessing. Both my parents are gone. I've been working on forgiving Mum lately. Oh, that's perfect, Melissa. So it only takes a moment, really, just to imagine the possibility. Imagining the possibility opens the door, and then the universe will kind of back you up and take you forward if there's anything more that needs to happen. So why is forgiveness self-directed kindness? Well, I love the quote that says, not forgiving someone is like drinking poison and expecting them to die. So just let that sink in. Not forgiving someone is like drinking poison and expecting them to die. And what that means is that when you don't forgive someone, the person that affects is you. So this is something where I'm encouraging you to sort of just open the doors to the space of forgiving your mum or your dad or both, because it absolutely is a kindness to you. I know for myself that when I really truly forgave my parents for everything, things changed in how I related to them, and things change in how I related to me. So this is a really powerful one today. So, so how are you doing? What are your? I'm interested to get your views on forgiveness. What's your experience of forgiveness? Where are you at with your parents? Is there another way to do it? Is if it's everything is too much, pick something So if there's something specific that that you experienced in childhood, maybe it was maybe it was neglect, maybe it was criticism, maybe it was maybe even it's really tough. Yeah. So pick something, Indra. Pick something about your mum, or I'll pick something for you. I can think of a few. So yeah, just pick something and just imagine what it would feel like. And that's the thing. Imagine what it would feel like. You know that I have spent a decade with the journey. I do, Vanessa. So Vanessa there is referring to the journey process, which was done by Brandon Bays, and I control. Yes. Now that's huge, Indra. So again, just imagine for a moment. It's not forever. You don't have to do it. But what would it feel like if you could forgive her completely for being controlling? You know, what would that feel like? What would it be like if you really, truly, completely and utterly, totally forgave her in this moment, just for a moment, and just notice what it feels like? So yeah, Vanessa was talking about the journey there. So I worked with Brandon, who developed the journey for about 15 years. I taught her stuff. What makes you feel sick? Okay, so there's a process there to be had in terms of really sitting with it and letting it go. I've been practicing clearing meditations every day. Okay, my mother played jealousy games with us and kept us small. Yeah, welcome to the world of parents. Oh my goodness. So Indra, that sense of sort of sickness there, what can sometimes happen is the resistance comes up, or what's in the way of the forgiveness can show itself to you. And that's an invitation to kind of go deep within, to sit with the emotions. And I know you're a big fan of Eckhart Tolle, who would encourage you just to be present to the feelings and the emotions that come up. So there's one other thing that I wanted to cover. Sit in it, Indra. Yeah, sit in it. Sit in a basket of sickiness in forgiving your mother for being controlling. So I wanted to talk about one other aspect of forgiveness, or forgiving parents. What if you are a parent? I know Vom, pure Vom. Oh, nice. Always happy to bring up those lovely feelings for you, Indra. But seriously, it's something that can come up, and the more you're willing just to let that come through, all emotions come to pass, all experiences come to pass. And often we put them into a holding pattern with stories, with projecting them out, with making ourselves victims of them. These are all strategies to keep them in a holding pattern. And when you just absolutely sit still, bless her, she is lovely. There you go, beautiful. In forgiving your parents, should you take each thing as a step-by-step process? Well, you can do. I mean, my moon's in Aries, my sun's in Aries, I've got fire at the wazoo, so I'm like, do everything! Do it all now, why not? You can. But I do acknowledge that, you don't want to bust your fuse with it. So the general rule I have is, if it's kind to you, so if it feels okay to do everything and just give it a go, do it. If that's too much, again, that's why I'm saying step it back and just pick on a specific thing and start just to welcome that sense of forgiveness in. Christine, hey, you made it. How fabulous. Good to see you. Well done for signing up for Periscope. You've got Leo Rising, Saggy Sun. Yeah, we're both a pair of sunny guys, or sunny folks. I sat with Giving Mummy on yesterday and did everything. Wow, that's fabulous. Hi, Chris. Well, welcome to... So everyone say hi to Christine. She's a good friend of mine. She helped me put on an MPA seminar in the Bahamas back in 2010, as in America. And she's a great friend of mine, so say hi and follow Christine. I hope you're going to scope, because you could do wonderful scopes. The clear meditations have helped me greatly leading up to that. Okay, great. Hello. This is so cool. It is. Christine's also a journey person, Vanessa, so got journey history. So I want to talk about if you're a parent yourself. So forgiving your parents is one thing, but the other way round is if you're a parent. And I often say that no matter how perfect a parent you are, boom, exactly. No matter how much of a parent how perfect a parent you are, there's a way that your kids will always find their karma. Yeah, and no matter if you just didn't, if you didn't offer them a cup of coffee once, otherwise you're perfect, that will be taken and used, because we all have our own karma, we all have our own lessons to learn, we all have our own issues which will come up. So I'm a big fan of forgiving yourself for everything as a parent. So if you're a mother, I think you're all mostly ladies on here, but if you're a mother, then what would it be like? I'm going to turn this around. I was just speaking on that this morning. Perfect. We're all very synchronous. Let me just so this is, if you can see that, I don't know if you can see that, but just for a moment imagine what it might feel like to forgive yourself as a mother for everything, is how that would work. So again, it's an invitation just to feel and experience what that might be like if you could forgive yourself for everything for a moment. And I would encourage you on this one. I really like to approach, imagine. Well, I'm a great believer, Kimberly, in softening things. There's a lot of personal growth techniques that really trying to ram it down your throat. You know, you must forgive, and if you don't forgive, you'll go to hell, you know, or you'll feel bad or whatever. But I notice the mind is a very tender creature, and actually softness is one of the best approaches to allowing the mind just to go, well, okay, I don't have to do it, but I can kind of imagine or ponder or wonder. And this would have benefited me years ago. Yeah, especially with your stepdaughter. All of these things. Good morning, my friend. So, so if you're a parent, go ahead and just imagine for a moment what it might feel like. Again, it's feel like to forgive your mother, forgive yourself as a mother. Yes, I can feel the relief and expansion in this, imagining this. Perfect. And that is, as the wonderful Abraham Hicks would say, the feeling place. You know, MPA that I teach is amazingly good for bringing you into the feeling place of whatever you'd like to experience. So there we go. So, first of all, take a moment with your mother, with your father, and then with yourself if you're a parent, and just imagine what it might feel like to forgive them for everything. I'm going to unplug this so I can get in close. This is my power supply. I hope it lasts. So this has been day 5 of 30 Days of Self-Directed Kindness. There's a book which is 100 Days of Self-Directed Kindness, and let me show you where that is. It's down here. So people asked me to share this, so I have. So it's down the bottom there, mpa4.me, so MPA for me, /BeKindTo, number 2, and you, letter U. It's case sensitive, so lowercase. So you can go ahead and download that book. And if you do, also, because I do believe that not taking things personally is one of the kindest things you can do for you. So I've actually put a discount code that you'll get in an email if you sign up, which will give you 50% off my training program for MPA. So if that resonates, you can go ahead and do that. But I wanted to offer that. Christine's is Graham Christine, I believe. And you can find her on there. And also, if you want to find out about non-personal awareness or the MPA process in general, you can go to nonpersonalawareness.com. I've always believed this is all bullshit. Really? Well, you know, there's a big distinction I've got for you then, Greg. There's a difference between a cynic and a skeptic. I am a big fan of being a skeptic. So I certainly go, well, you know, give it a go. So a skeptic will always give something a go, and from their direct experience determine whether something is valid or not. And I totally agree that there are many things in terms of personal growth and spirituality that aren't going to resonate with you. So they're going to look like crap. And in fact, in the real terms, they're going to be rubbish for you. So I'd let them go. But within it, like many things, it really works and might be worth the effort. Yeah, I think he said actually he's going to give it a go, and props to him for that, because it is about experience, and there's many, many different options. So I've got a friend who's got an ex-girlfriend who's into all sorts of what he considers to be crazy stuff. So she's into like cacao, she's into portals and chemtrails and all these things, and he just not into it. But he's got his own way. He follows someone called JP Spears who does that those comedy videos on Facebook, and he loves him. So there's different ways for different folks. So definitely give it a go. I tend to think of things as being, you know, I want to be practical about how I help people to not suffer anymore, or to suffer less than they need to. And that's what we're doing over these 30 days. So, got a bit overwhelmed yesterday. I reckon I'm doing it to myself and just don't know it yet. Yeah, you know what? I'm really glad you mentioned that, Greg. I think there's a lot of overwhelm. Okay, this is a belief for you. And I'm really glad you, in a way, being kind to you. This is being kind to you by coming on and doing it. I'm also going to encourage you to follow Indra. She's just put her name up there. She's got a scope at 2:30, which will be on the new moon. So depending, it might be a bit out there for you, but the moon energy is interesting. But I think there's a lot of overwhelm around. I'm hearing a lot of overwhelm from people. I've had loads of tech to sort out in the last 2 days, so I've had a bit of overwhelm as well. Now, Christine, I think you put up something about MPA there. I wonder if someone can actually put my my website address in the comments for me. That'd be really great, so people can get hold of it. So come join me every day, 2 o'clock every day, most days. There are some days, especially this week coming, where I've already got pre-planned busy things. I have a practice, I've got clients, and I've got workshops and things to do. So some days I won't be. Thank you very much. Oh yes, it's nonpersonalized.com and Joel Young MPA. It's probably the easiest way to find it is to use my handle.com. Thank you, Christine. That's fabulous. So come join me, basically 2 o'clock every day. If you can't make that time, or I'm a different time, catch the replay. Mean old sissy. I like that handle. And we're doing every day, we're doing a practice. One thing I haven't said today, which I want to throw in there, is that each of these, hiya, good to see you. You're going to have to catch the replay because I'm closing up now, but each of these moments of kindness, we're doing one every day for the next 30 days or all through June. You can take any one of them, and if it resonates or you feel that maybe it's difficult, you can do it daily as a practice. So Indra's scope is Silent Moon Imaginarium. Is it Imaginarium or Indra? Oh my god, I'm got confused. I should know that by the back of my hand. Indra, stick up some emojis or say hi. My mate told me to listen to Asmir. Not really sure how I feel about it. It's weird for me. Yeah, weirdness can be kind of good. Silent Moon Indra here. She's Silent Moon Imaginarium on other things. Okay, so you have to tap that comment, Christine, and then a view profile and then follow. And then you can follow her. Imaginarium on Facebook and Instagram. Yeah, you can follow Indra on Instagram and on Facebook as well. There we go. Oh, by the way, if you want to come to me on Facebook, I put out some pretty hot memes, if I do say so myself. Let me turn this around actually so I can speak before I... .com/MPA rocks. There's a hashtag in here which is BeKindToYou and MPA rocks, so you can find these. Catch the replays if you haven't. I so appreciate you guys being here. Christine, well done for getting on Periscope to come and join me. That's fabulous. It's been great to see all you new guys. So make sure you give me a follow. Thank you so much for the shares and the hearts. I'll be back again tomorrow. I think I can do 2, so tomorrow at 2 o'clock. And we'll be on day 6 and we'll see what comes up there. Thanks so much for being here. Mwah. And in about 4 minutes, I will see you. If you're coming on to Indrascope, I will see you there. Bye, guys. Oh, it's not doing it. I might still be on. There we go. Stop broadcast. That was funny. I pulled the thing down and the notifications came up and I couldn't get rid of them. So catch the replay if you're still on.